Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, sacred white dragon tribe of our first light nation. Happy full supermoon in Gemini the twins, as the divine union of the yin and yang are complete, as the eagle flies with the condor over our sacred pure lands of Mother Gaia. Our local Solaris is enveloping Mother Earth and all sentient beings in timeline shifting energetics of Infinite Source Creator, releasing 8 C-class solar flares in the past 24 hours. Pachamama also received a powerful activation today with a magnitude 5.8 earthquake in her sacred portal in northwest China, in the Tian Shan celestial mountains of the White Dragon Nation at 7:44 UTC. As all our starseed earth angelics of the 144 are receiving our highest codes, downloads, upgrades, and activations for our final quantum leap of consciousness into the new human species of Homo Luminous, we are anchoring in and rising into our new golden age of heaven on earth. A'ho. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, Keen 47, Blue Galactic Hand of our Universal Alliance of Light with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, where we release a powerful sacred prayer for the full supermoon in Gemini. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And now we continue with Divine Sister of the Light, Valerie A. Elster. Galactic Updates, December 1211, Pleiadian Star, 13D Tetrahedron. 1221, Galactic New Year, Cosmic Convergence. 1222, Gold Seeding of a New Galaxy, Andromeda. 1231, 10, 12, 12, 12, 12. And today from Divine Brother of the Light, Pars Kute. The entire galactic community is witnessing our evolution on Earth. They hold the energetic platform steady like a mirror for the completion of our transformational journey on Earth. Within Infinite Source Love Intelligence, Pars Kute. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fen. 4th of December, full moon in Gemini, and the energies for December. Today is the December full moon in Gemini. Powerful energies are swirling with the sun in Sagittarius, Ophiuchus. Gemini is ruled by Mercury and focuses on communication and writing. Now is a good time to focus on whatever projects you have ongoing that employ writing or communication. Then on the 12th of December, we have the 1212 portal with its focus on community and abundance, and on seeing life from a new perspective. These energies will also echo on the solstice on the 1221, which has a similar vibration as we head into the holy days. The 19th of December will probably be a whammy. On this day, the Earth transits the galactic center at 27 degrees of Sagittarius and experiences its closest transit to interstellar object 3I Atlas just 2 days before solstice. Very deep galactic energies expected at that time. Then into the holy days, solstice on the 21st, celebrates the rebirthing of the light and the emergence of the Christ light. This is a true festival of joy and abundance. Then on the 25th is the traditional Christian Christ Mass, but this year is also a celebration of the New Earth Christ Mass, where we celebrate both Yeshua and Mary Magdalene and ourselves as the emerging golden Christ child. And then on the 31st of December, we bid 2025 farewell and head into 2026. May peace prevail on earth. From CeliaFen.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Shay from Numbers by Shay Numerology. 12/4/25. Today's supermoon in Gemini is a call to awaken for the incoming fire horse, even though it doesn't fully enter until February 17th next year. But this full moon speaks to the horse's very soul with the promise of freedom, the end of confinement, suppression, and repression, and the beginning of forthrightness, accountability, and justice. These are the end times of conditioned obedience and the beginning of December's mission of disclosure and revelation. The way is opening, the gap between old and new widening. The time has come to look to the future with new eyes and heart. And today from divine Sistar of the Light Te Rakura to Ruki, the Gemini full moon of the Te Kore, rise of the twin, birth of the one. Beloveds, this Gemini full moon arrives inside Te Kore, the primordial womb of creation itself, the fertile void where reality reorganizes at a quantum level. This lunation doesn't just illuminate the sky, it splits the veil and calls forward the twinning of your soul. This moon activates the great reunion, your human self plus your cosmic angelic self, your shadow plus your brilliance, your past life memory plus your future self's destiny. These twin strands move toward each other and merge into the AIO Trinity flame, the ancient fire of creation rising again through the heart, throat, male womb, and feminine womb. The first light white dragon rides this moon, Venus in her underworld phase. This is the shadow descent of the morning star. She is burning away distortion, betrayal wounds, heartbreak, jealousy, scarcity, and replacing them with beauty, devotion, sovereignty, and sacred embodiment. 3i Atlas, interstellar alignment. This comet is performing an interstellar Prairie, opening the grand galactic doorway for the shift of ages. Nothing will be untouched. All DNA is receiving new codes. The cosmic story of this moment. We are shedding the final skins of the snake year, every illusion, distortion, self-doubt, and false identity that clung to us. The first light white dragon is rising, awakening the F-bomb fire that anoints the dormant DNA and activates the cosmic blueprint sleeping in our bones. We are stepping into full horsepower, building momentum toward the end of this era and the entrance into a new epoch of a consciousness. If you feel unsteady, dizzy, tired, emotional, overstimulated, it is because solar CMEs are hitting the magnetosphere. Earth is preparing for a subtle axis readjustment. Light body upgrades are happening constantly. Multi-dimensional timelines are overlapping. Yes, it's challenging and destabilizing, but know this, you are being upgraded. The call of Te Kore, womb of creation. Te Kore is the womb before form, the void pregnant with possibility. In this place the soul reunites with itself. The twin becomes one. The one becomes infinite. The Gemini full moon awakens your inner twin flame, your inner cosmic sibling, your mirror self from across the ages. They walk toward you. You walk toward them. Together you ignite the Trinity flame, the collective mission. This is a moment to stand steady and fiercely in your lane, unapologetic, sovereign, lit from within. Turn off the distractions, silence the negatively charged, predictive programs. Unplug from anything designed to dull your sacred sight. We are building the new from a higher spectrum than the matrix psyop can comprehend. And the truth remains. We were born to blaze. We were born to rise. We were born for this interstellar astrological alignments, this exact era, this exact shift. Ritual for tonight. Meditate with the full moon. Let it mirror your twin soul. Dance in front of a mirror. See yourself morph. Make moon water. Drink in clarity, communication, and intuition. Moonwalk with your inner twin. Let the reunion begin. Trinitize the heart flame. Ignite your cosmic center to bring inner peace, love, joy, and truth. This is the Gemini full moon of Te Kore, rise of the twin, birth of the one. Love and eternal blessings, Te Rakura Taruki, galactic grandmothers of Mu, from WeLoveRungoa.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Devyani Singh, Isis channelings. Full moon, Gemini, December 4th. Ascension versus expansion and timeline jumps. For the past many days, my Earth Star chakra has been undergoing pretty hectic activations, and I am shown the Earth's crystalline flower of life grid, which holds the planetary Akashic records in a deep blue light, as opposed to the blue-green light that I used to be shown. And in the run-up to this full moon, my root chakra seems to be emulating a disco ball, dancing to a frequency of its own. And the strangest aspect that I noticed today as I called in the energy of this last super full moon of the year, the energy from the root chakra absolutely refused to move upwards, and instead showed me the sapphire blue flower of life Akashic realm that I meant to connect into via the feet chakra and the Earth Star chakra. Next, it was Goddess Seshat that came through, and before I go into the information she brought in, I would like to mention that this full moon passes close to the Pleiades, and Goddess Seshat is associated with the Pleiades, the gateway the soul passes through for Earth incarnation, which also holds the information to break out of the loops of death and rebirth into soul liberation. Timeline jumps. The shift in the color of the flower of life crystalline grid holding the planetary Akashic records indicates that the node points are currently activated and open, and the color you are shown depends on your primary star frequency DNA. Node points are where multiple timelines meet and are hence portals to jump timelines as a function of frequency, intention, free will, and karmic, ancestral, and spiritual debt. Lesser the debt, easier the passage. These timeline jumps are facilitated by your core star-seeded frequency allies. That is, Sirius starseeds will notice the blue ray frequency at the node points and are being chaperoned by the dolphin, whale, and mer beings. Before going through these node point portals, your star frequency allies will be working on clearing and healing your energy fields so that you may make the highest jump. You may notice timeline overlaps, that is, old connections and memories resurfacing, thoughts manifesting into reality instantaneously, grief or loss, shift in the spiritual trajectory. Lately I've been feeling lost and untethered, not sure where I'm heading, not being able to keep up the discipline with my spiritual practices, which have been the very core of my existence so far. Instead, my energy has been gravitating towards things I had no interest in earlier, or things that I thought had no place as a spiritual seeker. 2016, the last year of 9, catapulted me into my spiritual journey. The world I had known crashed and crumbled, and I built a new world, brick by brick, each brick anointed by my meditations and spiritual practices, and that is how I assumed it would continue. But here we are again in the year of 9, year of Goddess Kali, endings and beginnings. She called me to her presence on the September 7th blood moon eclipse, and then again today on the full moon that activates the September 7th eclipse as it squares the nodes. Year of the serpent, death and transformation, cycle of Venus, Inanna, as Pythia, the serpent womb priestess and oracle. 9 as in the gestation period of the fetus. Goddess Seshat is the goddess of new foundations. She is the divine counterpart of Thoth, the scribe of the Akashic records. She holds the Pleiadian energy frequency of destruction of old timelines and creation of new timelines, an energy frequency I have talked about in the past as the wise women, wisdom keepers of the Emerald Sun. The knowing she brought through today was that my old timeline, which I considered my spiritual timeline, was born as a trauma response. It was not a consciously chosen timeline. Spirituality was my escape from a reality that was too overwhelming, a safe haven for my soul, the safety my physical body and world could not provide. Over time, my spiritual practices helped me take care of my responsibilities, pay the bills. What I interpreted as transcendence and devotion was actually the vehicle of my dharma and karma and survival. But today, the Kundalini Shakti, the divine feminine at the root, no longer showed interest in ascending. Root yourself into a new grid, a new timeline, a new way of being. The time of spirituality as an escape and means of survival ends now. Do not look for spirituality in isolation or workshops. The answers lie within. Gita, the highest Vedic book of wisdom, was birthed on the greatest battlefield of history. It is now the time of embodiment. Spirituality as a devotion, not performance. Spirituality as embodied truth and presence. Spirituality as leadership, activism, and action. Spirituality as mastery in this earth realm, not avoidance, escape into higher mystical realms. Spirituality as horizontal expansion to hold desires, passions, relationships, joy, purpose, service. Spirituality as descension, not ascension as a means of liberation, freedom, and enlightenment. We are being pushed out of the birthing canal once again. A new way of being, scary yet exciting. Wish you a blessed and illuminating last full moon of the year of 9. Sake na. May your faith be bigger than your fears. May your dreams be bigger than your doubts. From isischannelings.wordpress.com. And today from Divine Brother of the Light, Diego E. Berman, Ph.D. The final supermoon of the year in Gemini, clearing the way for the 12-12 Trinity activation, December 4th, 2025. Dear friends, tonight's super full moon in Gemini rises like a luminous messenger, amplifying the air element's brilliance and clearing the pathways of the mind. Gemini's duality acts as a cosmic mirror, showing us what we've outgrown during this 9 universal year, and what threads of thought, belief, or identity still cling to old cycles. This supermoon doesn't whisper, it broadcasts. It amplifies light codes, open mental gateways, inviting downloads of clarity, insights, and multidimensional understanding. It sets the stage for what comes next. The resonant alignment with the 12-12 portal, a threshold of higher circuitry and spiritual reorganization. As we move from this lunar peak toward the 12-12 energy portal, the Trinity frequencies of 12 begin to pulse through our fields with increasing intensity. The number 12 has always symbolized completion, cosmic order, and divine alignment. 12 strands of wisdom, 12 layers of the energy body, 12 gates of ascension. The portal gathers the momentum of the entire year and compacts it into one final spiraling activation. This creates a bridge between the closing 9-year vibration, with all its accumulated lessons, and the emerging 1-year frequency of 2026, which calls for rebirth, initiative, and new cycles of evolution. The Gemini moon acts as a clearing sweep, making space in the mental and energetic bodies, so the 12-12 codes can anchor cleanly. Physically, many may feel the amplification in the nervous system, since Gemini rules neural pathways and electrical impulses. Tingling in the limbs, buzzing sensations, disrupted sleep, heightened sensitivity to sound, and sporadic headaches can appear as the body interprets the incoming light codes. 144 flowing in. The 9-year is releasing its final layers at the cellular level, and the body responds by purging tension, fatigue, or fluctuating temperature waves. Breathing may feel deeper, faster, or more necessary than usual, an instinctive attempt to regulate the influx of new frequencies with oxygen and prana. Emotionally, the clearing can stir a pendulum effect. Gemini invites dual perspectives, clarity one moment, introspective turbulence the next. As the 12-12 frequencies approach, buried memories, unresolved dialogues, and unspoken truths may rise to the surface for release. You may feel a strange mixture of nostalgia and anticipation, like standing on the threshold of an important chapter shift. This is the emotional detox of the 9-year cycle, a necessary emptying so that the clean slate of the one vibration can take root. Mental energy may oscillate between hyperactivity and stillness, both states working to recalibrate cognition. On an energetic level, the chakras respond like an orchestra tuning before a performance. The crown and third eye receive the Gemini moon's influx first, expanding intuition, abstract thinking, and multidimensional perception. Then the 1212 portal activates the heart center, seat of the Trinity frequencies, encouraging coherence between mind, heart, and spirit. The solar plexus releases old contracts of doubt or limitation, preparing for the leadership imprint of the 1 year. Meanwhile, the root and sacral chakras stabilize as the physical body prepares to step into a new energetic architecture in early 2026. As the supermoon clears the pathways and the 1212 portal awakens the Trinity codes, we stand at a powerful intersection between endings and beginnings. The 9-year concludes with wisdom integrated and attachments dissolved, while the incoming 1 year of 2026 waits to ignite a fresh evolutionary spiral. Tonight's Gemini moon acts as the cosmic wind that sweeps the final dust from the inner corridors. The 1212 portal will open the doors, and together they prepare us, body, mind, and soul, for the next unfolding chapter of our ascension journey. Have an amazing day and stay tuned for more energy updates as we move towards the 1212 gateway. Much love, we are one. From DiegoBerman.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Natalia Alba, beloved ones, inner synthesis is achieved through the termination of energetic cords, dual inserts, and all that fragments our mind, souls, and physical being. It is achieved by concluding old chapters, and anything that keeps us attached to who we are not. This is the last phase of the year, the last moment for us to discern, evaluate, and move into a more illumined state of being by letting go of what we cannot control, of what others have done to us or we think they have done to us, and of what we unconsciously from a lower state of being did. A time to do soul retrieval, energetic recalibration, and brain and heart reconnection, to achieve more balance, clarity, and new direction. Neptune moving direct in Pisces on the 10th represents the end of a long cycle of karmic release and spiritual reconnection. Now with Saturn too in Pisces, and even more when both will soon be in Aries, we will be asked to descend, anchor, and expand into our dreams and spiritual insights. This is why it is now so important to take this final phase to focus on our internal dialogue, on soul communion and divine clarity, as Gemini now invites us to do, for it is now that we are creating our tomorrow. Gemini's full moon asks us to embrace wholeness by communicating with our divine selves, to remember who we are, so we can expand into it and move into a more unified space. Gemini comes to remind us of the power of moving inward at this time and establishing a higher form of communication with our soul and God self for us to discern where we are heading. This is why it is so important to remove all that represents duality, for all that remains fragmented within us still keeps us in a loop, experiencing the same old results. The energies will not do the work for us or awaken our DNA if we remain in that illusion of being powerless. All will remain the same. The strength to achieve personal transformation is in us. It has always been. We are the ones who need to start the inner work of removing duality from ourselves in the form of fixed beliefs, habits, and self-negative talk, neutralizing it with more evolved beliefs, unconditional love and compassion, and healthier habits, which are the first steps to start removing inserts and anomalies from our light bodies, bringing reunification into our shoulder portals and DNA strands. First is movement, then is support, as guides share many times. When we move energy by initiating change, the universe supports us, but not until we have first taken the first step to move forward, for everything sees us as sovereigns. Compassionate witnessing and neutrality are key at this time to evaluate what we have created, our relationships, and all we still wish to fulfill, remembering this is not a race, and we are eternal souls experiencing many realms of existence. Some of you are already seeding new earth where possible. Others are in less benevolent spaces, acting as energetic transmuters, which is a hard task to achieve. Others will be walking among both dimensions, stabilizing, anchoring, and doing their unique roles, and all is equally important and valid. What we often see as being more evolved is not always, as many times. Only highly evolved souls can be in lower spaces to transmute them, as without a previous level of soul's mastery, this cannot be achieved in such a dense plane. We never know what is happening in the divine plan, which is why we shall bless all, even though we may not understand it from our perspective. We all will reach unity one day. However, there is a time for all within creation, and as it is in the macro, it is the micro for us now. There is a time for us to conclude relationships, terminate cycles, and initiate new ones. This is the moment for us to terminate with everything that is not ourselves, and that only drains our precious life force. Intercommunication is essential for shifting old beliefs and programs, as we are in a never-ending self-talk throughout the day. You are who you tell yourself you are. Therefore, remember this truth. You are only love, wisdom, and power incarnated into a 3D body. It may be confusing at times, for we came here to experience duality. It may be challenging, but nothing from the outer will save you, for you are given by God all the power to do that yourself. May you recognize your divine power and use it wisely for your personal expansion and that of all beloveds. With an infinite love from NataliaAlba.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Ruby Falconer, December 4th, 2025, full moon at Gemini, 13 degrees, 3 minutes, 6:14 p.m. EST. The full moon brings the shadow into light. Gemini is a vibrant sign, fluid, magical, inherently curious. In its shadow, Gemini is chaotic and easily overwhelmed by competing ideas. In the language of shamanic Egyptian astrology, Gemini is allied with the Sphinx. The Sphinx is a hybrid of animal and human, a visual depiction used often by the ancient Egyptians. The image serves as a reminder of duality and a metaphor for the basic construct of this dimensional reality. We humans are hybrids of a sort. We are animals, and we are also star beings captured in earthbound form. The mission of Gemini, symbolized by the twins in traditional astrology, is to hold awareness of the opposites in all things. This sign is meant to be a bridge between heaven and earth, stretching their antenna up to the stars and drawing down information into and through their bodies. That information is then disseminated across the surface of the earth through their creations. This process is wildly creative and inherently chaotic. During this full moon window, receive information from the great star beings. Draw it down and allow it to move through you, stirring your own creative process. Write a poem, sing a song, dance a dance, draw an image. In some way, make your creation a gift for Earth and all of her beings. Allow this information to inspire you and become the basis of something new in your own life. Gemini is a sign of change, and change is coming, massive and hugely transformational. Your connection is your contribution. From ShamanicStarology.com. And today from Sovereign Harmony Astrology, full moon 13 degrees Gemini, Thursday, December 4th, 3:13 p.m. PST. This week's full moon in Gemini squares the moon's nodes as Mercury, ruler of Gemini and Scorpio, completes its water grand trine with Jupiter in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces, and as Mars in Sagittarius forms a trine to Chiron in Aries. We've done some deep digging over the past several weeks as we move through some old stuff, which has allowed us to discover what has been tying us down emotionally for the purpose of healing and release. Now we may find ourselves at a crossroads, as the space that we have cleared is allowing for potential multiple gusts of opportunities to blow in our direction to fill it, which may make it confusing as to what may be our best choices. We can choose to stick with what is familiar and known to us, or we can choose to open to the unknown and to put more trust in our intuition to lead us in the appropriate direction. But with the amount of growth that we've achieved in terms of self-acceptance, it will be difficult to ignore the pull toward adventure. We know who we are, even if the universe tests our commitment to our soul's higher path by tempting the perceived needs of our egos. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Colleen Lemma. On Thursday, December 4th, we have a full moon, SuperMoon, at 13 degrees of Gemini, the sign of the twins. It is a powerful time for release and clarity. As the last supermoon of the year, its effects are amplified, prompting you to release emotional clutter and use communication to express your truth and make important decisions. Full moons are a time to let go, and this one specifically encourages you to release any old emotions, negative thoughts, overcommitments, toxic attachments, and non-supportive situations. The supermoon status means the moon is closer to Earth, amplifying its energetic effects. And since it is the last full moon of the year, it makes it all the more important to release that which is no longer aligned with your truth. This lunation can provide mental breakthroughs, insights, and aha moments. It is a time to connect the dots and come to new understandings. This supermoon brings a need to use your words to express your true feelings and insights. It can help clear up misunderstandings and provide clarity on difficult conversations. The full moon, supermoon in Gemini, is challenging the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo, known as the Nodes of Fate. This represents a crossroads where past narratives are challenged and a new, clearer path can emerge. It brings in a sense of urgency to make choices. The nodes represent the past, South Node, and the future, North Node, and so this full moon highlights a tension between your past direction and your soul's true calling. You may experience a rush of revelations as your mind catches up with your soul, demanding you adjust your course based on what truly aligns with your inner feelings rather than external logic. This last full moon of the year in Curious Gemini is a call to adventure. It is a point of no return, as you choose your path forward and embrace the journey ahead. Blessings of love and light to all, from ColleenLemma.com. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Full moon in Gemini, ring ring, will you take the call? Lest lunation square to the nodes makes this a holy question. The spotlight is on how we think, what we know or think we know, how we communicate, how we conceive of the world around us. Beliefs challenge facts, and intuition whispers. But we're at a crossroads between past and future, caught between truth and lies. Which is which? Riddle dee. Sometimes the mind is oh so clever with words, yet we can't make sense of anything. Breathe. Don't let false promises lure you away from your rightful path. Release analysis paralysis, mind games, and mental clutter. Soften your inner voice and allow your limbs to hang loose and relaxed. Let your body feel for answers. Cosmic messages are incoming. Wait for the green light. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, King 255, Blue Galactic Eagle. Tone 8 with keywords harmony, integrity, and model. Graces the 8th day of the Yellow Star wave spell like a soft evening light settling over everything. The 8th day is all about restoring harmony in your life. Be a care bear and hug everyone. Forgive and let live, and strive for integrity. The number 8, when placed on its side, is a symbol for eternity. Time does spin around on a loop, and on number 8 days we can be reminded of these cycles. You can't run out of time. This 13-day cycle is all about beauty, art, and elegance. And today's mellow energy helps you smooth rough edges with grace. Today is Blue Eagle, with keywords creativity, mind, and vision. The eagle sees things from a higher perspective and then uses creativity to solve any problems it sees. This day is all about stepping back and considering the bigger picture. What do you see? Is your life awesome, and yet you take it for granted? Have you forgotten about the path you are on? Maybe you have been so focused on the details, you've forgotten what is important. The eagle also represents creativity, suggesting that with vision we are inspired to create. Combine this with the number 8, the result is create harmony or envision integrity. We are nearing the end of the cycle of the Tzolk'in, and these last few days are very intense. So let Eagle's high view and creative spark guide you gently. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Christina Papa Giorgio, Blue Galactic Eagle, 8 Main, Keen 255, 4th of December 2025, creating a galactic vision. Keen 255 equal 12 equal 3, Holy Trinity, joy, creativity. A very powerful visionary code today for complete transformation and global awakening. Day 8 of the spectacular Yellow Star Wave Spell, where we are awakening our sparkle and using our creativity to attract more beauty, grace, and harmony in our lives, so that our lives become a living work of art. Today we are focused on the galactic perspective, modeling our minds on harmony and integrity. Tone of creation, galactic, tone 8 in the mental realm. Action modeling, power, harmonize, essence, integrity. The galactic tone will influence much mental analysis today. The most important factor is that we model integrity in our thoughts, words, and actions. Are our visions based on harmony through integrity of being? Our plans need to be transparent and for the highest good of our community and planet, for them to hold up in these new energies. Our projects and business models will then serve as a model for others, following in our footsteps, who hold the ideals of unity, peace, and harmony as a priority. At Tone 8, we have entered a new scale, and we are so proud. We just have to model ourselves for others. We have also mastered harmony at this stage. We are galactic citizens now, and don't we know it? Today's question is, how can I purify my mind and expand my vision, modeling greater integrity and harmony through galactic service? Spread your galactic wings today and totally expand your perspective of what is possible for you and our planet today. A'ho. In laket shalakin. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 255, Blue Galactic Eagle. The mantra, the code for today is, I harmonize in order to create, modeling mind. I seal the output of vision with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of self-generation. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. So if you'd like to help support our work, our mission, and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world for free, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to thank Divine Star of the Light Sally Benson for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Star. We truly appreciate you and your continued support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in our work and mission. We couldn't be doing this work without you, so we're very grateful for each and every one of you. If you'd like to support our work and mission with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal or Stripe accounts. Both links are at eaglelovecondor.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a very powerful sacred prayer for the full supermoon in Gemini. Beloved Spirit of Light, beloved Great Mystery, beloved twins of air who guard the doorway of knowledge and truth, I open my heart beneath this radiant supermoon in Gemini. Under this luminous sky, I call forth the twin flames of clarity and connection, the divine winds that carry messages from the higher realms. Great supermoon, shining bringer of illumination, reveal to me the truth that sets me free. Unravel the knots of confusion, untangle the threads of doubt, and guide my mind into harmony with my soul's deepest knowing. May the twin pillars of Gemini awaken within me, the curious mind and the conscious heart, the divine communicator and the quiet listener, the earthly human and the eternal soul. Tonight I stand at the threshold of expansion. I breathe in new perspectives, new possibilities, new pathways of expression and connection. May my voice become a vessel of compassion. May my thoughts become instruments of truth. May my words uplift, heal, and awaken. I release all fragmented stories, scattered energy, and mental noise. I call all parts of myself home, integrated, balanced, sovereign, and whole. Under this full supermoon, I welcome the activation of my inner vision, the opening of my higher mind, and the reweaving of my destiny in alignment with my soul. I anchor clarity, I anchor truth, I anchor unity within duality. I anchor light into my path ahead. Blessed supermoon, mirror of heaven's brilliance, guide me to walk in alignment, speak in wisdom, and live in my authentic cosmic voice, with gratitude, with presence, with awakened breath. So it is, so it shall be. Thank you, beloved beings of light, for joining us today. Have a most beautiful, blessed day as we continue our journey through the ascension portal and into our new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.